The Carnival of Freaks, Chapter 2, The Voodoo Priest. The one who they called the Voodoo Priest was born Jericho Lafayette in New Orleans, Louisiana, to two French-American Cajun parents. When the boy was 2 years old, his parents took him to Haiti since they were in the Peace Corps. However, only 2 months into their trip, the boy's parents were killed by Haitian mercenaries during a coup d'etat of the Haitian government. The young child was then sent to an orphanage where he spent 3 years being sexually abused by the children and staff. At age 5, he was adopted by a very wealthy Haitian family who are unable to have children of their own. They cared for and nurtured Jericho to the best of their abilities. They gave the child all the love humanly possible, wanting him to erase his dark and gruesome history. By age 10, young Jericho had discovered Wes Craven's The Serpent and the Rainbow. The boy was fascinated by its depiction of Haitian voodoo and the culture at large. Around that same time, he had become a fan of heavy metal artist King Diamond, and his album Voodoo was kind of like a Bible to young Jericho. At 15, his adopted parents would teach him the religion of Haitian voodoo. They also revealed themselves to be practitioners of black magic. For the next 5 years, the couple would teach all of their secrets, and most importantly, they taught Jericho to value Haitian voodoo in its purest ancient form. However, when the boy was 20, his world would see yet another frightening change. His adopted parents were killed by Haitian mercenaries, the same Haitian mercenaries that killed his real parents, after it was discovered that his adopted parents dealt in black magic. The death of his adopted parents drove Jericho insane, but he found his solace in voodoo. As he dove deeper into the religion, he slowly started to shed his mortal form. On the 10th year of the death of his adopted parents' anniversary, he made the leap to the spiritual plane. On a thunderous night, Jericho entered a makeshift voodoo hut that he had created right next to the gravestones of his adopted parents. He begged and pleaded to the great Baron Samedi to make him his avatar. He says that the country he loves has lost their way, and he needs the power to save it. Then, a beam of white light engulfs Jericho. When it diminishes, what stands is just the shell of what was Jericho Lafayette. What stands is something much more ethereal, something that's much more eternal. The spirit of Baron Samedi had merged with Jericho Lafayette. Through this symbiotic bond, the Voodoo Priest was born. For the next decade, the Voodoo Priest would establish himself as a mythical force in Haiti, protecting those who value voodoo in its purest form. Those who don't value feel ungodly horror. Richard Lovecraft, upon learning the history, knew that he was destined to gain an audience with the Voodoo Priest, and he did. Upon meeting the priest, Lovecraft expressed that since their past lives have seen them face the loss of losing their safe homes thanks to the normies, it's time that they formed an alliance. Lovecraft tells the story about how he lost his family, and for the next 20 years he's been wandering the earth looking for a new home. However, he now realizes he must create his own home, like his father did before him. Lovecraft says that he wants to create a carnival, the likes of which have never been done. He wants to create a carnival of freaks, a horror show that takes fear back to its ancient roots. He says that he's offering the Voodoo Priest a chance to show the entire world the true power of his voodoo religion and the black magic that he welds. The voodoo priest then places his hand on Lovecraft's chest. He senses that what he says is pure and sincere. Without any hesitation, he agrees to be the first member of this new carnival. For the next 2 months, the duo embark on a journey to find worthy recruits. Their travels take them to Tanzania, where they seek to find a healer and his herald.